It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action. It's Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He's going to field this at the 4.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Okay, ready? Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10
at their own 18. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
On 1st down, Lance. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on now on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28.
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Ready?
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 16, Lance. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
Lance now to throw.
Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 4th down, Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
13.
Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ready up. Check you.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Ready.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he's got it inside the 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready, set.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. The Lance going to throw. Touchdown! George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On play action, Lance.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. Gets this one to use check. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Let's go. Watch the stick.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Flushed out right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Niners first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. Now Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
McCaffrey on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Lance.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The trick play works. He's got the first.
And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. It would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation, because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede it. They want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it. You just don't give up the fake. Yet they did anyway. Poor execution on the defensive side.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, You should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, middle.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a gain of 53 yards. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. You. Hey, right shot.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
It's a gain of 7.
Jackson.
2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him from going all the way.
He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. A beast First in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the 49ers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Lance going to try to throw for this.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Eluding the Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Now play fake. Lance.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they